Hey guys, how you doing? It's Voodoo here and welcome to episode 15 in my Call of Duty Black Ops 2 Emblem editor series. Now today we're looking at quite a hotly sort of requested emblem, the Predator emblem. Never made one in Black Ops 1. Didn't think I was really going to be able to do one as good as this. I sort of had a look at it, played around and managed to come up with one I was really proud of and really pleased with the way this one looks. It does look the part for sure and no one's going to mistake what that is. So also one thing to say is watch the video all the way through. I do make a slight change on the sort of lower part of the mask because I wasn't happy with the shape that I got with the broken column thing. But first off, you're going to need an oven mitt. Then you're going to need to, why that's called an oven mitt I'll never know, but anyway, you're going to need to freescale that to a sort of ovally shape. Now you could go for a circle and change it to an oval, but the reason I use the oven mitt is because they're slightly like imperfect. It's not a perfect oval, and that's what you need to sort of like go for. Sort of looks more authentic, like battered armor sort of thing. Anyway, this is the broken column. I was not happy with the way this shape ended up as I went through the mask, so I changed it out for a different piece, which you'll see in a little while. So like I said, always go all the way through my emblems, the videos all the way from start to finish, because that way if I do make a mistake then you guys can see exactly what I do. Now I've got some half circles there and sort of freescale them up for the eyes, just fiddle them around and just get them looking just right, sort of like a bit slanty, a bit sort of elongated, just to look a bit mean. The eye looks mean. Obviously you can slightly change any of these however you want, but if you just use the basic of this as a template, that way you should be able to see sort of like the basics of it and get it absolutely spot on. So we use a column there for the middle, and that's sort of like the mouthpiece of the mask, and this is where I changed out for a flashlight on the sort of like side of the mask, and we will round off that bit in the end. I took the I can't remember what it's called, windsock I think that bit is. I took that out of the equation. Now we're using a lampshade there just for the nose, slightly darken that, and that will give sort of an effective sort of lighting and angular sort of things. And then we've got a kiss there that we just freescale out, and that then sort of adds to shading on the edge of the mask. So very simple so far, not too bad at all. Now just use another flashlight on the other side just to give it sort of like the angle of the other side, just to keep it all nice and symmetrical. So I do like things to be symmetrical because wonky things don't look good. Anyway, grab yourself a smile outline, put that all the way down to layer 1, and that's going to be the beginning of putting the dreadlocks in underneath the mask. Now I used 3 of them at first, and then I went on to using 4 at the end because I had a few layers spare, and it just helps to add a bit of detail. Obviously don't go too mad on detail at first, get all the basics in, then you can tweak everything how you want it. So a little bit of a colour change there on the front mouthpiece, which is a few colour changes on the mask sort of like as I go along, just because I think they look better. Then grab a sergeant and sort of like bring that down the bottom so you lose the gun bit at the bottom, and turn that black so it looks like the grill on his mouth area. Then we just use a gold flag, and that just sort of curves off the right hand side of the screen, left hand side of the mask it is, but the right hand side of the screen just curves that edge off, just gives it a more sort of flowing sort of look rather than that angular look which it hasn't got. Then we just put in a, I can't remember, that's some sort of triangle. You can put any straight edge in there, it doesn't have to be that, but that's what I used, and that just sort of squares off that side of things. Now we're going for the detail where the Predator has its sort of like target finder, and that's got a little sort of semicircle poking out the side of the mask, and then we add a little bit more detail to this towards the end as well, so just adds another layer onto it. But then you grab the 3 stars, which is called the Lieutenant General, and then that way you make the sort of 3 LED dots. Grab yourself a W, freescale that out really sort of like long. That then gives you the sort of look of the LED beams of the target finder, or the lasers as such should I say. And then I just drop the opacity on them a little bit, down to about 75ish%, something like that, but wherever you want to make it look good. Like I said, you guys, it's really down to you just to tweak these how you want it. I'll give you the sort of template, and it's really down to you guys. So then we're going for the finer detail on top of the sort of crest of the helmet, and you use the half shuriken, and then I use a curved line just to sort of like round that off to make it look a little bit different. So just sort of gives it that sort of realistic sort of effect, because some of the different Predator hats have different sort of displays and sort of crests on top of the helmet, and you can have whatever you want on there, but I like that. I thought it looked pretty cool. And then you just straighten them up and get them looking exactly how you want. Now I had quite a few layers left, so I thought, well, it's time to add a little bit more detail. So it adds to like the shading and light and effects. So we put a curved line underneath the eye, just give it a little bit more, and just these little bits and pieces that you add in there really do make the difference. So it's always worth, if you've got some layers spare, just taking the extra time just to add it in. So I grabbed another column, laid that underneath the or monolith, I think that is, laid that underneath the other one, just like scaled it out a little bit, just give it a white edge, so it just sort of like brings out the edges of the thing and makes it just look that much better. So same again, sort of like just fiddling around with the image, putting another oven mitt underneath the other one, trying to get it in the right layer, because obviously once you've got quite a lot of layers you have to sort of mess around and get it in the right place. But that then just gives a nice sort of real sharp edge to the top of the helmet. So really cool. I'm really pleased with this one's come out. We had another layer in where the target finder is, just underneath that, just to sort of exaggerate that out a little bit. And we're getting towards the end of the image. But as always, guys, if this one you really enjoyed it, or you've got another, with this 15, so you've got another 14 episodes prior to this, obviously hit that like button, give me a rating, really helps me out, and I do appreciate all the likes. Sort of gives me a little bit of a sort of smile on my face when I see that people like what I do. So yeah, the playlist is also in the comments. Go pop down there, click on there, and it'll take you to the full playlist, so you can then find an emblem that you really like. But as always, thanks ever so much for watching. Please don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I shall see you in another badass emblem vid. Take care, guys, and I shall see you later. I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. Feel free to check me out on there. That way you'll never miss any of the videos I post, and you'll get to read some of the mundane tweets that I manage to tweet out on a daily basis. Thanks ever so much, guys, and I'll see you later.